weeks of the season, still plenty to play for. Underway in Week 15.
Let's go, let's go! Sheet 18! Here I come! Check 99! Check 99! Safe! Check 4! We go! Sheet 89!
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Slam! Check 26!
Now Saquon Barkley. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Go! Right now. You got 58. We got double up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. This is taken at the 10. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to into a double team, and it's intercepted. Pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. And down to the 27-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
On second down and 4, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. On second down, here's Barkley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On third down, Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, Echo. Mike's 59.
On first down, Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, second and 3. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a third and 3. This is Barkley, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mike.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A 1st down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check 37. Check 36.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. It's Williams on the catch. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
80 weapons.
Rodgers now on first down. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
180. Watch tight end. We got three.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he's going to go down again. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 41, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
On first down, Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Zadarius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
6 guys. Check him out. Hey, check 26. Roll right.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, this is Williams. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Mike. Check. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go with Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Bears will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They begin. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Throwing here, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Bravo.
Here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a deep.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
18.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
88.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle is made here at the Bears' 14. On first down, Williams. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers looking long for his tight end Reed. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the locked up tight? He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Again has it complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play here, Trubisky gives to Cohen. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And able to find Garcon. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off, okay? So they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Rodgers throwing here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Green Bay, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.